I'm Becky Hodgson. I'm the founder and director of Algoma Forest and Nature School. As our forest school site is right on our property, this is kind of a family affair. So there's my husband Adam, he's a forester, so he helps me a lot with moving trees and getting stumps and a lot of the behind the scenes parts of forest school. As well as two of our children, Aurora, she's our oldest and she's nearly 8. And Sequoia, she's our middle child and she's 4.5. And our little guy, Niall, he's too young to participate.
My name is Adam Hodgson and I'm Becky's husband, and I'm a partner with her in the Forest and Nature School.
Forest and Nature School is a model of education that's been around since the 1950s in Europe. There are forest kindergartens and forest preschools. It's only come over to Canada and North America in about the last 10 years. And since then, Forest and Nature Schools, or some people call them bush schools, have been popping up all across Canada and the United States.
Forest school is where you can play outside and have fun with friends.
Even go inside and eat lunch, ooh, and do it at the picnic table.
When I reflect on my childhood, being outside, you know, earthworms, playing in creeks and catching moss, pretending they're fish, playing with the children in the neighborhood, and what better environment to have an educator that can help create learning environments when children do find something that's interesting.
My son Tom comes on Mondays, and he does a half day now, but after his birthday he'll be up to a full day. And he's starting kindergarten in September, but we intend to keep him 1 day a week here in the forest school.
I'm okay.
It's play-based learning, it's place-based, so they're returning to the same site every session, so they're developing a relationship with the land, with the site, as well as with dedicated educators, other children, and they learn a lot about themselves.
I see independence in our children and the ability to negotiate and problem solve with other children in that natural setting, and I think it's important life skills moving forward.
So when my kid was born, I wanted to live somewhere that was a little closer to nature. We were in Toronto, and so we moved up here to St. Joseph Island, and there's an abundance of nature.
Where we put this, we put it in
I think
here.
something that a lot of parents don't realize sometimes is that they do have options. I think more and more we're realizing that children, especially in more urban centers, they're finding that these children have nature deficit disorder. I've heard of children not touching a blade of grass in an entire week.
I couldn't visualize my son growing up in the city because he would have less freedom than I had growing up. When we heard that this was compatible with an elementary school education, in fact, a lot of the teachers really like that the kids get 1 day a week to really play outside and have some great physical exercise. It means the rest of the 4 days they're more restive and engaged in the school learning.
There's also times when we're inside. We have this cozy log cabin that we keep heated with a wood stove.
We pop corn and play checkers and parcheesi way past our bedtimes until we've cooked the day's last batch.
And we'll go in and have our snacks. You know, kids bring their own lunches to school. We'll have our snack time. We'll read some stories inside. There are a few games, cooperative games.
What color?
Blue.
Sequoia likes to go in her little corner and do some drawing, and my oldest Aurora, she's more into the big muscle activities. She likes to do a lot of sliding in the winter. She's always asking to head over to the sliding hill.
What about if you stand back a bit further so you can see these trees?
Just the other day when we were out on our walk to the sugar bush, as I turned around and was just observing what different children were doing, you know, some were climbing the tree. They wanted to see what was up inside. They found a gnome home up inside the tree. While behind me, you know, a couple of the boys were studying this tree and they were trying to decide where the top of the tree went. They suggested that maybe a giant came down and took the top of the tree and flew off with it. There's never a dull moment at forest school, and it really keeps us on our toes and keeps us youthful as well, because we're always living through their eyes and what they're seeing and what they're experiencing every day.
So we moved up in 2015, and there are quite a few families we've noticed, we've met, that have moved up from southern Ontario, and with young children. It's a great place to bring up kids, and things like this forest school really make it a great childhood. That's what we want to provide our kids, and so this Algoma Forest School is really helping us with that.
I'm so proud and happy to have this opportunity here on our property, and proud and happy that Becky's taken the initiative to make this happen.
Offering forest and nature school sessions has become our lifestyle now. Our whole family's on board with that, and we're happy to be able to offer this for other children to experience as well.